Welcome back. This is Fiona Mboa here at Church of Uganda Family TV with Diaries. Before we went for the break, Tendo here was telling us about the things that are causing infidelity in our homes, in our marriages. But even more still, we're talking about how do we stop, how do we protect our marriages from such things. And I've learned, Banange, we need to know your person, know what does that person like, and make sure you do exactly what they are doing. But also communicate, keep telling, tell your husband, Bananga, this man was looking at me differently today, and let him be able to accept you, and then also work on it and see how best to proceed. And we're going to continue with our conversation with Tendo Balimanya, who's been married for 8 years, about infidelity. Tendo, I don't know if it is, as you said, social media that is escalating this,
Yeah.
but before it was in Uganda, Charlie Chive, for a woman to cheat.
Yeah.
But right now, women are cheating and it is okay. I don't know if it's me thinking or you have actually also noticed that.
Yeah, it's not you thinking, it's what is happening most times here. Why I think women have been uh, empowered
Huh.
so much, which is okay, but I think some people, when you overpower them, they forget
What they
their
are.
initial responsibilities or obligations.
So we feel we are the same as men. If they can cheat,
Thank you very
why can't I
much.
cheat?
And in the empowerment, women are learned,
Hmm.
and basically, in the beginning, when God was creating, He created a man first, and then we became second.
Hmm.
What does that mean? That
We
there
can't
is a
be
head.
equal. Hmm.
When most women be the directors of a company, they bring also their directorate in homes. And we have found that imbalance in a family or in
Hmm.
families, whereby we've not separated the two. If you're leading a company, you're
You're
not
not
leading
leading
a
the home.
family or a marriage. And now that's where we get the problem. Remember, in a company, you're the decision maker,
Hmm.
and most times your decision or
It's
your
final.
authority is final.
Then you come
And
home.
when you come back home, you don't put off the coat of a director or a CEO. You
Hmm.
just get inside the door
And
with
you
your
start.
CEO and you start, not forgetting in a home there is
Yep.
a CEO of a home, that is your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Kati awe tufindingidde obuzibu obunene nnyo obwa infidelity nti okay, eri ku office ndaba I have other people that I just tell,
And
and
they
they
will
bow.
do, yes.
And I have a fellow colleague who understands, who listens to me more than
Than you.
you. For you, when I try to tell you about something, you're not listening in more, yet the partner is listening in.
Mm.
Just because toyagala rebuking, some people fail to understand the difference between rebuking and judgment.
So you want to be the boss in a home, and since he's not allowing you to be the boss, you find someone who can allow to be bossed.
Thank you very much.
But it was a shaming. Like it.
And yet when we go back
Mm.
in African traditional society, women never used to go for work,
They would
give
stay
birth to
at home.
children, go to the garden, come back and cook.
But even in the garden, they used to find people. It's just that it was never talked about
Yeah, but it wasn't as
as much.
much
That's
as
true.
what is happening nowadays.
Mm.
Eh? Nowadays, it is very easy to flirt with someone. Back in age, it used not be so
Because actually,
easy
even
as.
women now can actually start the conversation
Thank you
with men.
very much.
I think we are
And now
over
that's the
empowered
empowerment. Yes, the empowerment was not sensitized properly.
properly.
That's what I would think.
We're not told where to stop.
Thank you.
So
That
because I am
when
empowered,
you get this indication in your mind, get to know that, hey, you're getting off track, we are just being empowered. And that's why the ministry came up and said, most boy child failed in the examinations. Actually, they're not going to school compared to the girls. Because
And if
why?
we are pumping the
They are
girls.
pumping the girl child, pump, and who is going to head the families? You
I understand.
know.
Okay, now Tendo, we've seen one, this is something that is among us.
Mm.
Like it's even closer than we thought.
Yeah.
What do you do after it has happened, especially as Christians?
Mm.
What do you do if infidelity has come into your home? How do you manage? How do you handle it?
I would call for a communication talk. I would call for a talk, because all these things starts with talking.
Communication.
Even when this person was proposing to you,
They talked.
they talked and they gave in their proposals.
No, but some people, some cases where I've had people say, What will he tell me?"
Talk, speak.
Already I've done
When you
what?
speak, you heal. Other than keeping inside you, you stay boiling.
Hmm.
You stay asking yourself and answering yourself probably the wrong answers. But when you talk and you address it, chitekawo kumeza, address it to your partner.
How do you even start that conversation, Tim?
Mr. Balimanya, can we have a talk, please? I have something to share with you.
Okay.
Goloza, deep inside his heart was the heart won't pump. He also get to be notified that there is maybe something that is bothering this person.
Yes.
But if this person just drives away his car and goes away, or maybe just walks off from you, keep it calm. Remind him the other day, the person that he sleeps with in that same house, in the same bed, can't deny a talk to you for over 2 or 3 or 5 or so times. Yeah, there is that outmam time that you have. Sit and talk. Start by talking. Then after talking about it, give this person time to take it in, to think about it, to evaluate himself.
But some of us have seen this message, you're talking to this person, what is happening? Tell me.
And the fire. Some people are not fire spitting people. You don't start tell me. Come calmly, because you also know.
But where am I getting the calm, Tendo?
The calm, the fact that now chikutade ku pressure, just know when you tell it to the other person, it's also going to be pressure. Can pressure and pressure work together? Fire and fire. Calm yourself down. Be your first counselor. First tell yourself, calm down. Cry if it means crying. Soko kabe. Other than going with all your fires to the other person, you won't get the vivid truth that you need from the other person, Fiona. Because Fiona, if you came to me, just imagine when you're shouting at me, when you're barking at me, I don't think I can give you the best answers that you need from me, Fiona.
But you see, Tendo, someone will say, and these are questions I've had, I am the wronged party. Where am I the one coming down?
The Bible says that the foolishness of the cross to the world, there's a statement that the Bible talks about. Nti obusirusiru bw'omusalaba oba ge magezi. Nti try to humble yourself as low as you can. Yet Jesus Christ, our personal savior, he came with a humility being in him.
To the point of death.
To the point of death, to a point of spitting on him. A guy who didn't have any sin on him. So let's try to humble ourselves and say, I'm telling you, Fiona, I'm a crazy being, but when I'm talking to my husband, I'm very humble. Very humble, because that's the language he can understand.
If you come shouting,
when you're communicating, we won't communicate. And whenever I humble myself, he gives me his ears.
So you first deal with yourself. Because I want people to practice, because these are things that are part of us.
Yeah.
So practically, I have maybe found out that there's something happening on the side, or maybe it's a phone or something. I first work on myself.
Yeah, first work on yourself.
Humble myself.
Humble
Find
yourself.
peace.
These things happen. You can even have misunderstandings. Not, it might not be specifically infidelity, but we have challenges. There are moments that come, and my husband, nanyiza, but I first calm myself down, collect myself well, practice how I'm going to talk to him, how I'm going to respond to him. But some people don't first calm down. Calmness
Nzija
is
nga
key.
chocha.
Ng'oyokya nga tebakusalako musale. So first calm yourself down, because you want to hear the best information that can calm you down properly
And the correct information.
and the correct
at
information.
last,
But now, if you come with the pressure, how will you hear from the other person? You just keep quiet, and then you just make each and everything fail.
So now after coming down, then we talk about it, as you said, we
Yeah.
communicate.
Yeah.
And I calmly tell you, I have found a message. Oh dear, God, give us some calm. And you tell the person. And what if they don't take it in good faith?
Yeah, there are those people who take some time to take in the truth.
And this they know
In
it's the
fast
truth.
forward, they will be hard on you. Ayinza n'okubyegaana.
Obadde onoonya ki mu simu eno?
Thank you very much. Kati now another thing is about passwords and patterns. Banange. Married people, you're one. Nze banaye, my husband knows, he's the one who even created the password. We share the same password with my husband. My password on my phone is his password on his phone. I know all my husband's passwords. That's the transparency gye twagala. Commitment kikyokweka ennyo ng'omuntu osula naye ku kitanda.
Like you can share a body, how about a phone?
Think, how about a phone? When I have a phone, but to me, this is my encouragement. Muvemu ebyo ebintu bya passwords, because we need accountability partners. Even at your jobs, careers, your opportunities where you work from, we have people who follow. We have supervisors, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have immediate supervisors who will correct you, be like, here you're going astray. This report was not guided well, was not well done. Kindly clarify this. Now, if you now put passwords whereby you do not need an accountability partner, kagudeyo, you're losing it. You're going to go in one partner, 2, 4, 5, before you know it, tukuzika.
So we need to be open with
We
each
need to
other.
be open with each other. Obuntu obutonotono bwe buleetedde obutawaanya in our marriages. But if we curb them, it will be helpful. Fiona n'ekintu ekirala, people need, besides having accountability partners at their spouses, have friends that speak about life in your marriage. Friends who will challenge you that wano nno wendaga ndabika nnyonoona.
So friends you're actually true to.
True, and who are true to you. Friends who will not shun away from rebuking you after doing something wrong or moving out on with a different spouse or another person out of your marriage. Have accountability partners, social capital, because that also counts. The type of friends that we hang out with count a lot. Fiona, I will invite you to my home, and then before you know it, I have another person, and the other person is influencing us to go start looking out for other men. Yet we are married.
Yet we are married. That's true.
So the kind of friends that we move or hang around with also matter a lot. Married couples always hang around with married people who have values, who believe in faithful.
Actually,
yes.
Like-minded people.
Yes. Who believe in faithfulness, who believe in loving their husbands, who believe in wives respecting and submitting to their husbands. Those are the kind of people that you should have the same language with.
Okay, so Tendo, thank you very much for that. We are looking at a point whereby if someone finds out the infidelity and they actually stay, this is what we are saying how they should handle. How about the part of forgiveness? Forgiveness. This we've talked about it. Maybe the person has accepted that maybe this has happened, but they're willing to change. How do you handle the path of forgiveness, the journey?
The path of forgiveness, I think it's like a personal relationship that you make with your God. When you say, today I confess all my sins, that I'm a born again. So forgiveness also is like a personal commitment that, or a confession that you make, that today I choose to forgive my partner after all the wrongs that he has done. So the life of forgiveness, you first also forgive yourself. You do not know what intrigued your partner to start doing the infidelity cause.
Now you want to take me back, Ted?
Hey,
You want to take me back to, are there things that we do that actually push away this?
thank you. There are so many. Omusajja agamba bannange nze mpulira njagala osaleko akavidiyo olabike nga Fiona, and for you keeping the long hair, probably
It is what I want.
with the long hair. No, remember when you're making vows, you told him your body will be my body and his body will be your body. And now what are you wanting? That is his body, Fiona.
So if he wants the short hair, cut off the hair.
Yes, Fiona, when I'm planning to get out, even this dress code that I'm putting on, I had to first ask my husband, is this okay with you? Because I'm dressing for Mami Balimanya, not for Fiona. When he says no, I'll clearly put it off. And it's vice versa. When I tell him, honey, I think that shirt is not coming out well, he'll be like,
I like it.
I'm like, no, you're dressing up for Tendo. He will go back in the bedroom, I'll be jemu. Because I'm the first cheerer. I'll be like, yes, honey, you're smart. And he has observed that. When I tell him he's smart, you'll find people, hey, Mr. Balimanya, nga, you're so smart in the linen shirt. I'll be like, hey, it's me, the designer. Now, when he makes a wrong decision and he puts on a trouser that I'm not in agreement with, people ask him, yeah, my Balimanya, he don't got it to get there.
And you know what you say, I told you.
I'm telling you. So let's be intentional. Let's be intentional in our marriages. Dear marriages. Chichichayagala. Chichatayagala. Sometimes women, your husbands, love to be packed juices at the place of work.
As they leave home.
And then for you, you're like, who's
going to wake up to pack
Who is going to wake up to pack the juice? Okay, you make the juice, put it in the deep freezer. In the morning, defrost it, and then you put in the bottle, he goes. Now, yeah, like, where you're just a queen. In goodness and badness, you're a queen. My dear, you need to sober up. Husbands, on Valentine, which gift did you buy to your wife?
What did you buy for your wife?
Intentional marriage. Buno bufumbo butama. Nga tobuwali awana munne. I'll tell you that, Fiona. Bobowa. You get easily bored. But if you have an intentional partner who comes and affirms to you on a daily, Tendo nkwagala, I missed you. Like, I'm going to go back and I'll tell my husband, I missed you. I wish I was with you at the show. Nze munaye najja kufumba and I'm there to stay, Fiona. And
it is your marriage.
And it's my marriage. Yes. You know, last year in the marriage fellowship we had my marriage, my priority. That was our theme at our church. Obufumbo bwange kye kisookebwako. My marriage, my priority. What are you prioritizing? You're prioritizing children. Who gave you the children?
And they're going to leave you. Who gave birth to the children?
And they're going to leave you. Thank you.
They'll leave you and
my husband. There are moments, Fiona, when I tell my children, Mutuwe Mukubude, it's now time with my husband. My husband, not your father.
My husband.
My husband. So what are you planting in your marriage? Weed out the bad weeds from your garden of marriage.
And be sure.
And be sure what he wants. If he wants a snack, pack for him a snack. Where were you? Marriage is a ministry. You're going to be asked before the Lord. What did you do for your husband? Nali never say.
And I keep telling people that at least do whatever you have to do. That if God forbid something happens, you
Thank
are
you.
sure
You're sure
it
you're
has
not
nothing to do with
guilty.
me at
Yeah.
all. So now I think I briefly want us to talk about what happens for me if I can't stand the fact that my husband or my wife was with another person. And I can't stand. I want to go.
I think some people take quick decision making
Hmm.
so quickly. We need to give ourselves time to heal.
Hmm.
Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, there is a time for
Everything.
everything on earth, a time to break down, a time to heal, a time to become angry, and a time
And
to
to
laugh.
laugh. That's true.
So there is every season, and I want to assure you, fellow viewer, this season it's going
Will
to go away.
pass.
Just like
Yes.
we have rain and then it stops, we have our sunshine, it comes also, it goes away. We have a cloudy season, and I'm telling you, these seasons do not take for life. Though these situations come to make us think
Hmm.
tibyaluberera,
Yes.
and that's where the enemy comes in.
To tell you he won't change.
He
He can't
won't I'm
change. She
telling
can't
you, naye
change.
sabako, we are Christian, we are in marriage, tulinga mu bufumbo obw'ensi. For
Hmm.
the other ones, the enemy came to destroy and kill. But for you, when he comes and dares, pray, threaten the enemy,
That's true.
disperse him off, put him where he belongs, where hell. Pray
Hmm.
for your husband. Let's be intentional. Cover him. Let him have a hedge of covering. But for us, we just pack food and then, my
Go.
husband, bye.
Bye.
Have you prayed for that cancer? Wange musabira, I'm gonna first bring your head, honey. I pray for wisdom and knowledge. You will excel. Excellence,
Hey.
favor,
Hmm.
and I cover your eyes. You will not see any other woman apart from Tendo Gladys Balimanya. Bye. I love you so much. He will be blind on you, Fiona, and you only see me 10.
Hmm.
So yeah, let's be intentional. That's how we are,
Intentional.
the only way how we are going to enjoy this marriage. But now the problem is abakyala nakusono tebakyeguya n'abasajja
Hmm.
tebakyeguya.
Ogenda ngogenda.
Obugenda ng'ogenda, yet
Hmm.
there is something missing in you. You
In
still
you,
want that marriage,
yes.
you
Hmm.
still want that husband. And you know what, most divorcees, when they go back in those other relationships or marriages,
They
still they are
want
the
to go.
same
Hmm.
characteristics that they have not worked on. There are few divorcees who work on their marriages better
The second
the
time.
second time.
So let us not rush to
Make the
go.
decisions
Let me
nti
go
banayegenda
home. Hmm.
agenda, and there is always that sufficient grace. Forgive kiruma. Waliwo omukulu kyakkola n'owulira nga bannange naye ate gwe, how about you, gwe byomukola. Yokimanyi
Byomukola.
fena, we most times think we are very
We are
selfish
selfish human
beings.
beings. Yes.
We don't think about gwe byomukola, notamanya ekigambo kye wamugamba. And most times, kale ebiseera ebisinga abasajja beerabira mangu, naye ffe abakyala tutereka.
Even the word you said in the first year.
We keep, leave alone the archives, break them down, and when you sweep your house, the garbage, all the dirt, do you go back and you dump them in the dustbin? Do you go back in the dustbin? Hey, I still need you, come back in my
Come back.
house. Do you? Have you ever done that, Fiona? No. Leave the garbage to be taken by the garbage collectors.
Hmm.
Forgive your
Start
husband.
afresh,
Start
yes.
afresh. Restore your marriage. Work on the nitty gritties. Ebiganye. And go in societies that believe in marriage. Go in fellowships. Churches, please make fellowships for marriages. Other than that, our marriages
I'm going
are
to.
dying.
Hmm.
So that's it.
Wow, thank you
for me.
very much, Tendo. And
welcome.
just for our viewers there, for maybe people who are fearing to get married,
Yeah.
because we presume that every marriage has to, like, somehow this is part of us. You just have to wait for it. What do you give? What do you tell those people out there who fear that even if I get married, infidelity is just at the corner waiting for me? That people have fear to get married because of that. What would you say to those people?
I don't get married. Every marriage has its unique way how it's handled. There are some things that other marriages have passed through, and for me, I will never pass through them. Why? This is why they bring such shows, for you to be empowered to know, so that you do not fall into the same problem. For me, I was very helped so much when I was getting into marriage. I had elder women who came and talked to me about marriage things, who prepared me. Those showers are very helpful. They showered me with, I know the words were very heavy, but I recorded. I was like, I won't be able to take in all this, because some
Right
were even
now.
scared. I was like, but Nange, how shall I handle? How shall I read it? But I'm telling you, I'm enjoying each and every word of wisdom that they passed on to me. And it is what is helping me go further. 8 years down the road in marriage, looking like this.
You know?
And I'm telling you, words of counsel are very key in marriage. When I don't put on my ring, some people think I'm not married. But when I put them on, at such a young age, love is making me grow younger and younger and younger. So do not fear. When you go with your friend, when you go with the best person in marriage, there are some things that you will not. Me, I've worked for my marriage and I'm still working for it. We have a strong bond with Mr. Balimanya. Yes.
But it takes work.
It takes work. And the work is not that hard work.
But
Be intentional.
putting,
Ky'oyagala kimwagalize. Okay? Naye ky'ayagala ajja kikwagaliza.
ate kimugambe.
Ate kimugambe. So totya, marriage is fun when you go with the right person. If you pay attention to the red flags, now for example, we are in church marriage, don't go with a non-Christian. Don't
Then when they get a
compromise
second
your
one, you
belief.
start complaining. Oh, thank you very much, Tendo, for such a
welcome.
very beautiful conversation. And thank you, our viewers, for being with us for this 1 hour. And for all of us there, yes, infidelity is among us, but your marriage can be the only one that is not having it. It is, as she said, we have to be intentional. We have to be intentional about marriages. We have to be intentional about your marriage. Protect your marriage. Do whatever it takes to protect your marriage, because it can be the one that can withstand all the things that are around. But above all, churches, let's talk about infidelity. It is among us. Let us talk about it. Let us get marriage fellowships where people can go and actually share about all these things. And then let us watch marriages blossom to be what God called them to be. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Fiona Mbowa. We will definitely be continuing with another version of infidelity, but stay tuned and listening anytime you can. I'm Fiona Mbowa here at Church of Uganda Family TV with Ring Diaries.